Right.
Okay, everyone, we're going camping!
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Oh,
This camping trip actually starts out at my uncle's house with 12 people, a canoe on our car, and a 2-hour drive to get to the campsite. It's kind of tilting. Which would have only taken us 2 hours had we not had to stop 10 minutes into our car drive. We have a canoe on the car and it almost fell off in the middle of the road, but it did not. Eventually we got the canoe back on the car, everything ended up being fine, and we made it to the campsite 2 hours later with all canoes and people in one piece. However, as soon as we got to the campsite, we immediately started running into some more issues. The first issue of many was not having anywhere to set up the tent. I'm going to look for a spot to put the tent. This looks like a nice spot to put the tent. Nice downhill. We'll just roll all the way down there by the end of the night. Right there by the road. Right here on the table. On the tree. And the car is looking like a good option. More downhill. Eventually we did find a spot to put the tent. But before you can even set up a tent, you have to put down a tarp. And our tarp happened to be 20 feet up in the air, stuck in a tree. That's the tarp. Because someone threw it up there. I have no idea who did that. Oh, Christopher's going to save the tarp that he hit up there. Oh, still up there. Moving on. Someone had to get the tarp down.
Heather's about to have a go.
No, I just think that we're gonna have to.
Maybe for Heather.
Let me try one more time.
Okay.
Oh. I clearly had no luck getting the tarp down. There's the tarp that was stuck in the tree. But my brother ended up getting it down and we were finally able to start setting up the tent.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the tent. It's raining.
Okay.
Hurry, it's raining. We need to put our tent
What's
up.
step 2?
It's raining harder now. This can't be that difficult. This one's good. Looking nice. Oh wait, we have to match this right now.
Yep. We're on big. No, we. Hey guys, so we just finished up our tent, that orange one over there. We built it all by ourselves. So proud of that.
We're going to do a tent tour. This is our tent. Okay, ready everyone? Okay. You just come off here. Very nice and cozy. We have 4 sleeping bags here.
That one's Starless,
Oh, we only have 3. And we have 1 that's going here that's not here yet. Anything to say about the tent?
This bag seems comfy.
Okay, this is another tent here. There's like a camper over there. Ah, a bear! And this is the last tent. After we got the tent set up, I got my drone out and was super excited to fly it around. But
Use of drones prohibited. Even in a different font.
use of drones prohibited. Well, unfortunately, that was the end of my drone flying before it even started. If you can't tell, it poured. Yeah. Camping in the rain. Which makes it a little difficult to start a fire.
10 hours later.
It's rising too much.
Eventually, someone did get the fire started though, and we decided to attempt to do the Disney logo on Disney Channel where they used to do the da-na-da-na-da, da. That thing. I'll put a photo right here of what it's supposed to look like.
I'm Charles Hughes, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I'm Heather Hughes, and you're watching Disney Channel. Da-na-na-na-na.
I'm Kevin Hughes, and you're watching Disney Channel. Yeah. I'm Cameron Hughes, and you're watching Disney Channel. Yeah.
You can be the judge of who did it best. We also made banana boats, which I've actually never had before. And if you've never had it, I definitely recommend that you try it because they were so good.
No.
Oh, looks perfect.
Banana boat time. Out here in the campsite.
Yummy. I forgot to mention that we are in bear country, So when we decided to do some adventuring an hour before it was dark, I did get a little nervous. Yeah. We didn't end up seeing a bear, but we did see a deer, and that pretty much sums up night 1 of camping. There's a bug in our tent. I think Charlie got it though. This is our tent for the night. The next morning started off really well. We got up and made some pancakes, and we played a lot of ladder golf.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For the win. Yeet. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go.
And well, the tarp was not the only thing that got stuck in the tree. There it is. Oh look, it's back in the tree again. Eventually we did get everything out of the tree, and then it was time for some kayaking and fishing.
Bro, my bait fell off. I think my bait got eaten.
Okay. Then push down on. If you've ever been fishing before, then you probably know that it requires a lot of patience, which is something I do not have. So I, not surprisingly, did not catch any fish. But out of the 12 people that we had there, only 1 fish got caught. But there was a guy there who caught at least 10 fish in the span of an hour. And he even gave us the bait that he was using to help us catch fish. And we still caught 1 fish. Not we. My grandma caught 1 fish. I don't know what happened, but this guy was like catching fish like one after the other. He was like, fish, throw back, fish, throw back. Maybe he was just catching the same one. I don't know. But whatever he was doing, I should have been doing that. Look at all these rain clouds coming.
Wait, so I've got,
Yeah, just go, you're good.
okay, I'm good.
Cameron, yes!
Oh! We won, Cameron! Oh, it's literally pouring. Open the tent! Go! This was actually my first camping trip I've been on where it actually poured on us. Definitely not my last though. But it was actually really peaceful. Eventually it did stop raining and we played some bocce ball.
I bet that wins. Yep, that's way too far. See ya. See ya. Oh, go ahead. Hit a tree, hit a tree.
Where is the ball? Oh, yes, yes!
Yes! Slow down, man, slow down. No, this will be good, this will be good. Hit a tree, hit a tree. No! Roll back down. First aiming for my again.
Yes, sir!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go!
And then it was time for our second and final dinner of this camping trip.
They come. I can see the flames still there. Beautiful flower. So pretty. I was saying you have this. That one got really burned.
We had walking tacos for dinner, which were actually so good, except for the fact that this is where my camping trip starts to take a downward spiral, along with my ability to capture anything that happens the rest of the night. So instead of me showing you what happened the rest of the night, here's my recap from the next morning. So we stayed for 2 nights and like 3 days. And the second night, I was in the tent trying to go to sleep, and I don't know what I ate, but I ate something that made my stomach hurt so bad. Like, I don't think my stomach has ever hurt this bad in like quite a long time. It was so painful, and I was trying to sleep and I just could not, and I felt so nauseous and it was so bad, and so I ended up sleeping in the car. I slept right here. Well, I didn't really sleep. I sat here the entire night, barely slept at all. It was absolutely horrible. Probably like my worst night of camping ever. Definitely not ideal, but you know. Yeah, so that's how my camping trip ended. So not all trips end well. Let's just let that be known. This trip definitely did not end well. But just know that things can always get worse. Eventually we made it back to my uncle's house, and his Christopher's dogs chewed up my Crocs. Let me just show you my shoe. And all my things got eaten except for Stitch. But this one, like, they didn't even touch, so I have one good Croc and one that's gotten eaten by dogs. Although I did kind of make it seem like my Colorado camping trip went horribly, it honestly was a lot of fun and I did really enjoy it. And the rest of my Colorado trip did get a lot better, especially from the night that I slept in the car. It got a lot better than that. So here's the rest of my Colorado trip, and I hope you enjoy the video.
The last video is Charlie.
How many do you want, Charlie?
All we are is all we are.
What do you think about
Holding a flame, throwing light on a parallel life. But look at us now. We can see with clear eyes.
There's bite marks all over.
Nice custom shoes.
As it's all unfolding, every dream we're holding, we'll find a home, find a home. If we let it go, let it go. All we are is all we are. All we are is all we are. Don't turn back, we've come this far. All we are is all we are. All we are is all we are. We'll find candles in the dark. All we are is all we are. It's all we are is all we are.
Okay.
Every dream is all we are. We'll find back from this far. All we are is all we are.
Oh yeah, I did.
Are is all we are. All we are is all we are. Don't turn back, we've come this far. All we are is all we are.
Last thing, I also went hiking, and I convinced myself that I was gonna get kidnapped because I was hiking by myself, and I'll just show you the video. Going on a hike partially by myself on this trail. Hopefully I don't get kidnapped. But I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult. So I don't even know what that's called. I think it's still called kidnapping. In case you were wondering, I did make it back and I did not get kidnapped. And then I left my uncle's house and went to go experience my last Colorado summer with... I'm so nervous. I don't even know why. Oh, that's definitely her. Okay, should I wait?